Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Season 3, Episode 11. Yes, last time we got, the first part of this two-parter episode, at least I think it's two-parter, when the invasion of a small group was trying to destroy the war, or to stop the war. I think destroy is an exaggeration of my behalf. But obviously, the plan needed to fail. Why? Because we needed more time. This is not even in the middle, or perhaps in the middle of the series, so it's way too soon. And the plan was pretty good when you think about it, but unfortunately, thanks to other circumstances that I spoke about in my previous reaction, it was obvious that it was not going to work, because the Fire Lord, it could be evil, it could be a bastard, but I don't think he's stupid. So, yeah, it makes sense for the plan to fail. And we need a lot more stuff in here. Obviously, I don't think the plan was going to be a complete failure. That is different. The main goal of the plan was destined to fail. Yes, I absolutely think that is the case. But there are other things that could come out of this plan, out of this failed plan. As I said in my previous reaction, perhaps the liberation of Uncle Iroh, perhaps the new trainer for Aang, so he can learn firebending, which is honestly something I wanted to see from him, since in the moment it was kind of teased back in season 1. Because obviously you need to follow a certain order in this training. You need to be learning other stuff so you can control other elements in this case, and obviously this goes for the Avatar. But this is still something I wanted to see. I genuinely wanted to see this case. And obviously, since the name of the season is the Book 3 of Fire, so yes, that is a huge, huge hint. And amazingly, we haven't had set training. Most of the first half of this season has been kind of building up other characters, kind of make them stronger, make them something else, which is something I appreciate. But yeah, now I think is the time for the Avatar to train the last part that he needs to learn. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And I'm calling now, I think it's going to be Uncle Iroh, the one who trains Aang. And I cannot wait for that because I love Uncle Iroh. He's a great, great character. But yes, that is basically what I think about the last episode. Now, in different type of announcements. The first one is obviously the Wakfu announcement. I said I was going to spam you like no other with this announcement, and I'm going to fulfill my word. Yes, the Kickstarter is now live. It was live from June 8th. I actually post something in my Twitter account, and yes, if you want and you're interested and you're willing to give a little bit of money, just check the link. The rewards are obviously there, and from the moment I checked, the last time I checked, which was today in the morning, we are 9 episodes from the entire series of 13 or 14. I don't remember how many were, but yes, we are so close to have the 4th season fulfilled. The goal has been surpassed. It's just out there. The goal was like 100,000 euros, I think, and that is gone. It's like 700 and something thousand euros. But of course, it's not enough. I think they need like a million and 1,100,000 euros to fulfill the entire 4th season, and we're so close. And it's like day 3 of the fucking campaign. So yes, if you want to, if you can, and if you enjoy Wakfu and want to see the 4th season, please go ahead and donate to this campaign. We're so close, guys. We're so close to this. Okay, remember what I said? Well, you just watched it a few seconds ago about the Wakfu campaign. Yeah, I just check it right now, and yep, we have the entire season. We are at 1,113,741 euros and 96 cents. So yes, we have the entirety of the 4th season of Wakfu, guys. We did it. Now we're just missing the 2 extra episodes, so yeah, please continue to donate this. And thank you to all the people who donate. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue. Now, the most common announcement. Oh, of course, the link for the campaign is in the description below. Moving on. Obviously, the normal announcement that if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider a subscription and give a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. That will help me a lot with the algorithm alongside with your commentaries. So let me know what you think about the episode, what you think about my reaction, and all of that. Yes. Again, remember, YouTube is not a friendly place for YouTubers. Yes, I know it sounds kind of ironic, but apparently YouTube hates YouTubers and he just likes late night hosts, so that sucks. So please help your local YouTuber so you can, well, so he can or she can kind of progress a little bit. And if you want to help me, please, I will be so grateful to you guys. And of course, my Patreon is in the description below, that is too, and the link to my Twitter is there. So anyway, I think I spoke way too much in this presentation. Let's cut all of these and watch the video, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time. Honestly, more than 2 times this last episode. Hell, I'm watching a lot more times the episodes after I react to them because they are fascinating. So yes, this is something I've been repeating over and over and over again because it's fascinating to see. And as always, there are 2 sides in this episode. Obviously, we have our hero side, and I was fucking right with the antagonist side. I was right about Zuko. My god, yes, it feels so good. The redemption arc is in full motion, man. Why do I say the culmination? Because it's still not there. But obviously, before going to that place, which is I think is heavily implied here, let's go first with the hero side. We all knew this was going to be a trap. We all knew that the Fire Lord was not in the palace. He knew, well, from the last episode, we knew all of that. I honestly thought that he was just going to abandon the city and then return, well, with his full power, and he was going to retake the city or something like that. Or perhaps the forces were going to go away and they just leave a few there just to pretend that they are defending the city. It wasn't the case. It wasn't. It was obviously something more practical when you think about it. The bunker below the city. It makes sense because in the moment that the eclipse is over, you can sell your full force within minutes after the invasion or after the culmination of the eclipse, and you can recover the city way faster without losing much material stuff or without losing many men in the battle. Yeah, it makes more sense. And this obviously makes a better episode because we have now the ticking clock that says, oh yes, perhaps they're going to do it, perhaps they're going to do it. Even if in the back of your mind you're saying, no, they cannot, it's way too soon, it doesn't make sense. And you knew that, but still, you're rooting for your heroes for perhaps they are going to make it. Perhaps the rest of the series are going to be just, you know, fun episodes and all that to rebuild everything. Which it wouldn't be bad, but obviously it's more action-packed, and we need this side of the series, the action, the drama, and all of that. It makes for a better series, honestly, and for a lot of character development. But obviously you are there. But in the moment you see Azula in that place, you say, okay, this is fucked up, and we have our 2 main villains. The hero are confronting, obviously, the kind of, I want to say minor villain, but Azula honestly doesn't deserve the title. She's a full-blown villain. She is amazingly strong. She's incredibly intelligent. She is a great villain. She plans everything. She knows what she's doing. So that's why I was so hesitant to call her minor villain, because honestly, she's not. she is a better villain than Admiral Yao was in season 1. And season 1 villain, Admiral Yao, was a great one, was a great villain. But Azula just blew him away. It's just amazing how this teenage girl is just so good at fighting and planning and all of that. It's amazing. It's honestly amazing how she is. And how even when she believed that she was defeated, because obviously they discovered the ruse, say, oh no, they know that they are, I'm just holding them back so they cannot go after my father. She has an ace. And that was Suki. We talked about her last episode, because I just remember that, yes, we haven't seen her. We haven't seen Suki. And she used her to get emotional, the most center part of this party, in which, in this case, it was Sokka. Sokka was saying, okay, just ignore her, let's go after the Fire Lord. But she knew what she has to do to bring him to the level that she wanted. It's amazing. It's amazing how amazing she is, and how calm and collected, even facing the Avatar. It's amazing, honestly, and it was a complete victory for her in this case. There was no point in which Azula didn't have the control, and that is something I wanted to say. Azula won completely. She was in full control from beginning to end. Even when she let them go, she knew that they are going to go back. And yes, they are going to go back. But she knew that everything that she said, everything that she did, was just perfection. She knew how to act. She knew. And I might call her a bitch, because she is an utter bitch. But my God, she's an amazing villain. It's amazing how much respect I have for Azula. My God, she's amazing at what she does. She's so good. But enough about gushing out about Azula. Yeah, it sounds weird, but it's true. I was gushing out about Azula because her plan worked. Moving on to the other side of the I don't know if I call this still an antagonist or a new protagonist. In this case, Prince Zuko, or perhaps Zuko again. He just went full traitor, which is a good thing, because in this case, the person that he betrayed is somebody that deserves it. Because Ozai is an utter bastard. He is the embodiment of evil in this case. He is ruthless. He is everything wrong with the Fire Nation. And the point that he is the leader of the Fire Nation, yeah, it's something else. But I don't think it's important Usai in this case, because we knew how he is. He's manipulative. For the last few minutes of the conversation against Zuko. But I think the important part of this is actually Zuko, is him. Because this is the beginning, now the true beginning of the redemption arc. We have so many things to build up on this redemption. Once he was abandoned by the entire Fire Nation, once he was considered a full traitor back in season 2, he learned that the Fire Nation are the villains, that nobody respects them, that only fear them, that they want them dead. Every single member of the Fire Nation. And thanks to the ambition of one man, good people from this nation are treated like the bad people of this nation. Because yes, there are both sides, and there are obviously the gray area that we got for the Fire Nation. But the rest, the Earth Kingdom, the Water Tribes, if they still exist, the Air Nomads, hate them. And with a good reason, obviously. He learned that this is important for the arc we're starting now. He did something good during those moments, but unfortunately that goodwill was undone by the betrayal of the uncle. And I'm glad that he's speaking that I am going to ask for forgiveness to my uncle because he is the only father figure that I have. And this is something I was saying, yes, finally you are not blind anymore. Because for a moment there, he was really blind. When he betrayed his uncle, that is the moment that my hatred towards Zuko was once again there. Because Uncle Iroh never deserved that. He never deserved that. And all the conflict, all the inner conflict that we saw in a few episodes, especially in the beach episode, you can see that inner conflict. Yes, he's suffering. He has everything, but he's still suffering because he knows that he did something wrong. Betraying the only person that really appreciated him for what he was, for what he is. Not because he pretends to be somebody else. And now that figured out, that's what I said is the beginning. Because I think still there is something else that he needs to be done. I don't think the circle of the Avatar is going to be just, oh yes, welcome. I highly doubt that is going to happen because, come on, he was the antagonist. He fought against them in several occasions. Yes, he joined his sister. So yeah, there are a lot of stuff here that obviously needs to be talked, but it's just not talked because I don't think they are going to receive it. Yes, there's going to be a certain amount of conflict, and the way he reacts to said conflict is what is going to give a resolution to this point. I don't know if they are going to treat him like a prisoner for a while, because, come on, he kind of deserved that. Until Uncle Iroh comes and say, okay, now I do believe that he is being reformed, because he attacked his own father. I don't know how that is going to be resolved, because I do not expect for them to just receive them with the open arms. And I mean Aang's group, because they know him for a long time. So I'm interested to see how the group is going to react. Now, there are other stuff that I'm fascinated about. Obviously with Zuko is now that he really knows that his mother is alive, and all the teams that were in the background for the power of the Fire Nation. That how Ozai ended up being the Fire Lord, how everything turned out well for him. So yes, it's fascinating, and there is something else there. How Ozai, being a master of firebending, is capable of producing lightning. But I love the fact that how Zuko, just with a technique that was taught by Uncle Iroh, just reverted the effect and shoot it against the Fire Lord. That was a fucking epic moment, and the face on the Fire Lord was priceless. And that was a defeat for him. I love the contrast at how Azula won in every single aspect, but the Fire Lord was defeated. And if somebody said, oh, he should have finished them off, oh, he should just know that all that. But I bet that in the moment that combat was here, he was going to be like 20 against 1. So I knew that Zuko did the correct decision here, make the correct decision, because he knew that he was going to be overwhelmed by all the soldiers that protect the Fire Lord. He knew, obviously, he was being taunted, he was being saying, okay, fight me, you coward. But I think Zuko did did choose well in this case, and just run away because he's still not ready. He knew that the Avatar is the one that will bring down Ozai. It is a fascinating episode. It's a marvelous episode. Unfortunately, obviously, we saw the reality of war, that they are going to be prisoners so they can escape, because not everybody can escape. Unfortunately, Oppa cannot carry every single one of them. But I love this dramatic moment in which obviously they are going to abandon, in this case, so the young ones can fight another day, so the Avatar can fight another day. It's the ray of hope that they still have. And I love how that is portrayed, that yes, the new generation is going to take over, the new generation is going to make a better world, to create a better world for all of us. I love that little subtlety here. Well, it's not so subtle, it's pretty on your face, but I love that idea of the new generation taking over and really making a world a better place. It's not like we are doing right now. Yes, I'm sorry, that was a boomer versus a millennial stuff. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, yes, all the little hints here and there in this episode are fascinating. But I think I really exhausted the topic of this one. I hope you enjoy it. My god, I cannot wait to see the next episode. This is going to be so crazy, man. I kind of want to see it, but I have other stuff to do. Anyway, yes, as I said before, I really think I exhausted the topic of this one. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, remember several things. First of all, Wakfu Kickstarter. The link is in the description. My Twitter is also in the description. My Patreon is, you guessed it, in the description. And obviously, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and consider a subscription. So you know, the algorithm of YouTube will be a little bit more on my side in this case. And obviously, leave a comment. The interaction between videos is what really makes this platform. So give me your opinion about what you think about my commentary, the episode, and obviously my reaction in general. Anyway, yes, I'm sorry to rambling way too much. So yes, I have really nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention, and well, see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks, and see you on the next one.